What is up, guys? In today's video, we are once again going to be spectating random players in Fortnite Zero Build. Typically, I would like to space these videos out more. I think I uploaded one last week. I try to post one like every other week, but there's just not much going on in the game right now, and I know a lot of people seem to like these videos regardless. So if you're wondering why kind of posting them more recently, it's just because we're kind of towards the end of the season. There's not much to go over, and when it comes to like informative videos or tip videos, a lot of that information is subject to change in a week or two when the new season comes out. So kind of down bad for content right now. If there's anything you guys want to see me make, any videos or topics you would like to see me cover, let me know in the comments below, because right now Fortnite's just at a really weird spot when you get towards the end of the season like this where nothing's really going on. This is at season 2 night from the lobby. It's actually a different season 2 night from the lobby. Yo, kill me, bro. Please, I'm trying to spectate you. We're not teaming, brother. We are not teaming. Kill me. Take the crown. Please. Please. Oh my gosh. What is wrong with this player, man? I'm interested to see what happens with them. No, don't die. There's somebody like underneath him. Let's hope that they're a decent player. Oh, they're so awkward. What is going on here? This skin is from Fortnite Season 2, though. The original Battle Pass. The first ever Battle Pass in Fortnite. This is one of the skins from it. And it's actually a really good skin. That first Battle Pass had a lot of great skins. I think this player is going to die, though. Yeah. Oh my gosh, the struggle is real. I feel bad. We griefed that player's game, honestly. Like, they were trying to be nice with us. And it cost them the game because they didn't want to just kill me immediately. So now we're on board with Baby Dre. This skin is actually really interesting. So I always see people talk about or ask about pay-to-win skins in Fortnite. I don't think there's any pay-to-win skins in Fortnite. This skin was perceived to be pay-to-win initially when it came out. It was just straight green. And then what Epic did is they added this dirt on it to make it stand out a little more and then offered people a refund. So this player has the combat AR and the pump shotgun and the heavy sniper. If you are someone that likes to snipe, I think this is a pretty good loadout for Zero Build. It can get awkward sometimes to run a sniper because you don't know if you want to run 4 weapons like AR, sniper, shotgun, SMG. But with something like the hammer AR or the combat AR, you can kind of use it as both an SMG and an AR. You have your sniper for really long range and then your shotgun for close range, and then you combo that with your AR. So this player has 2 shotguns currently, but I expect them to eventually just go with 1 shotgun. I don't know why they have 2. Really bizarre. But I would say if you do want to snipe, making use of the combat AR or the hammer AR as both an SMG and an AR hybrid weapon is really nice. And one of the main kind of drawbacks to the hammer AR or the combat AR when compared to the AUG is just that the AUG is so much easier to use at range because of the first person perspective and the zoom on the like when you ADS. And the heavy sniper kind of covers that. So if you're someone that really loves sniping or you love the combat / hammer AR, consider running a heavy snipe hammer AR shotgun loadout. I think it's really good. So this player really needs to get their hands on some heals. They're full HP now, but they don't have any extra heals, which isn't ideal. They're going to try to third party this fight. They seem to be really like concerned about like keeping their position secret, but they could move up a little bit faster here. I don't think they're going to get good third-party timing. It actually seems like they might, but it's because somebody else joined the fight. Someone's ghosting onto them. There's somebody in the gas station now that just came out of ghost form. You can't really see the ghosts, but you can hear them. I would be surprised if this toy soldier player that we spectate ends up winning the game. Their decision-making is just like a little too slow, I feel like. Like a lot of the things, they have the right idea, but they're just too slow. This guy's still in the car. They're being a little too cautious. Like when they sniped that guy, they didn't immediately like switch their AR and start shooting them or just get out of that situation entirely. And they've just wasted so much time over here throwing snipes, and they haven't really gotten much stuff. Like when it comes to early game, I feel like you want to either clear your POI as fast as possible and get out of there, or leave and go somewhere else to get loot. But like what this player has done is just kind of like a weird middle ground where they left Coney, but they didn't get much loot. And so now they like are still fighting Coney, but they didn't get much loot. They don't have much heals. They don't have much mobility. And if they come across like a player that's more kitted than they are, it's going to be a very hard fight for them to win. Like after he sniped that player on like the outskirts of the middle area, I feel like they should have looted that kill and then maybe went middle and gotten like charge flashes and stuff. Nice. They end up getting the kill, but like I said, I would be surprised if this player stays alive for much longer. Getting third partied. He rifted, but he's so weak that this player needs to hit only 2 shots to hit him out of the sky. The overshield is coming back. That's good. But when he killed the guy on this mountain, if he just like went to that loot and then looted this area, he could have made this game really like decent. But he's just so far behind on loot from everybody else now that I feel like this is unlikely going to work out. Even if they survive this, they have 34 HP. They have no reserve heals. They have no more mobility. Like they're kind of just buying time right now, but they need somewhat of a miracle to like actually come back in this game. Fish, that's clutch. It's always a good place to go if you need heals. Nice. Okay. They maybe can come back now. This place is so good for heals. If I was this player right now, I would hit the launch pad that's under me and then go to the slurp chuck. A lot of people don't know this, but there's a slurp chuck right here at this dock. It's like in the water, but you can still get it. And if he did that, he'd be at full health, and then he would be able to carry any other shield items he finds, which is going to be somewhat important because they're kind of shambles right now. So that slurp chuck would be so good, and then they could get like chug splashes in this area as well. But he's kind of taking too long to do that. Somebody has pulled up in a car. He could still go get the truck. The truck is over here. See it? That is what they needed to do. And it seems like they might end up doing that. They're just being a little slow about it and giving that other player opportunities to potentially shoot at them. Yeah, I don't like this. I feel like you don't want to start fights here without extra shield. They have the floppers, which are cool, I guess, but get that slurp truck, please. You're giving me anxiety. Thank you. Please get it. Please get it. Why are you not getting the slurp truck? Okay, yes. Okay, cool. I thought he was going to land up top and then just leave. Personally, I would take the splashes. Okay, they are getting the slurp truck, but the struggle is real. They got chug splashes. There's a lot more coolers. I don't know if they looted the cooler on that platform they were on, but there is a cooler there. There's also a few on this platform to the left that they could potentially get. Like, that cooler is actually looted next to them. Oh, this is unfortunate. His launch pad was just destroyed. I would not have gone to the snipe there. Is he going to get this kill? Bro, I'm actually upset. Like, the way this player is playing is, like, so bad, but, like, they keep, like, eking out these fights. Okay, finally. I usually don't like root for people's downfall, but that person like probably should have been dead a long time ago. So now we're on board with Get Baked. No AR, which this is the loadout that people sometimes use for like normal pubs where they just run shotgun SMG with build mode. Because with builds, a lot of your fights don't really get to long range. Like most fights are gonna involve like some sort of like box fighting and building. So you don't need the AR as much. For zero build, I don't think this is as necessary. If you wanted to just run 2 guns, I feel like he could have taken the hammer AR from that player he just killed, and then that way he has something to fill the void of an SMG, but also has something for a little more medium and long range. This cloud is going to help a lot. But even still, he's just so limited on range. What I was going to say is with the grappler, you can't just push people and get a close range fight. Because if you're trying to push somebody and they tag you, your thing goes on cooldown. That's why I was saying it's nice to have this cloud rather than the grappler here. Since he has only close range weapons, so he either needs to play really passive and really ratty, like hiding in a bush or a building, or he needs to like get on every single player he fights with this mobility. He has no options for medium to long range, and since his only mobility is a cloud, if he gets caught at a bad time when his cloud is on cooldown, he's like pretty screwed and there's nothing he can do, I feel like. So that's why I'm not too fond of this loadout that this person has. Typically with like the weapons you carry, I feel like you want to like fill as many ranges as possible with those weapons. That's why like having the hammer or the combat here would be nice, because then you have something to complement the shotgun, but you also have something for a little bit more medium long range. He's like all in the close range right now. which can work, but it's just very situational. It'll depend what types of fights he gets into. And that's something that, like, you can't always know how your fights are going to be, you know, or where you're going to encounter people, or where people are going to be, like, setting to hold you. And so that's why I feel like you want to just satisfy as many ranges as possible. Goes for the DMR there. Now he has the problem that he has nothing to follow up the shotgun with. The DMR can be good up close. It has a really accurate hip fire, but it has such a slow fire rate that if he misses the shot, he's probably going to die. It's like a very, like, feast or famine loadout, I feel like. He's going for the boogie bombs. Oh my gosh, he missed. I thought he hit that second one. I was going to say he hits the second one, but he's so weak already that he's probably going to die. Alrighty then. Wasn't this player just at 190? I don't know why they were drinking that big pot. I mean, like, sure, the 10 shield is nice, but, like, yeah. Healing out in the open is not the best play. So, if you're this player and you want to recover this game, actually, they're fine here. They have the mushroom. Say these mushrooms didn't exist and you were in the same situation. They could heal those bandages. There's actually a med kit there. But let's just pretend those white heals don't exist. And all they had was shield. And they were weak on whites. There is a heal vending machine in this gas station. So every gas station in the game, except for there's one on the far left that isn't. But almost every other gas station in the game has a guaranteed heal vending machine spawn. So if you do ever need to heal whites, he could have just gone in there and healed the whites. There's a lot of loot here that would imply that there may or may not be somebody here. There's somebody here at one point, but they could be gone. They could also still be ratting in this area. This gas station is such a hot location for some reason. We have 9 opponents remaining for this player. They have a very, very, very standard loadout, I feel like. Shotgun, AR, SMG, heals, mobility. Like, this is as cookie cutter basic as it gets, which is fine. Personally, I prefer double heal with an auto shotty, but this is fine too. There's a player over there. Looks like he's going to try to pressure them with the Kamehameha. Typically, I wouldn't want to do this, but, like, I don't think he risks anything by doing this, yeah. Well, we fell off, but he shouldn't have been risking anything there because he's basically just getting rid of that player's cover. Unfortunately for him, though, the player he Kamehameha'd has a Kamehameha of their own, and he has no more mobility because he dropped his cloud to pick up the Kamehameha. He did not intend to fall off this. I'm pretty sure that was this awkward. But I feel like the idea was somewhat okay. He sees that player there. He knows they're going to get to cover. He could shoot at them once or twice with the AUG, but they're going to get to cover anyways. So kind of like destroying their entire building with the Kamehameha, I feel like could have been a good play. I think that person just died. Probably from risky somewhere. Oh, no, they're still here. They clouded. They're going to land right on him. Like 60 damage or so, roughly. Maybe a little less than that, actually. Now he's camping in a bush. I feel like you just leave this. This is like one of my mistakes I make myself too. Whenever I have that person hiding in a bush, I want to get rid of them. But this is such a bad fight. You have zone in 8 seconds. There's probably somebody in the desert as well. Those grenades can be good. I feel bad for this player. I feel like this player is making mostly good decisions. There's good shots there. He can maybe get this kill. There's more people fighting behind him though. Once again, he has no mobility. He dropped his cloud for the nades and then accidentally naded himself, and then his cloud fell in the hole. There's a person to his right over there that was just standing in a loot pile, I think. Yeah, they got in a car now. What I was going to say is I feel like this player is making a lot of good decisions, but they just keep messing up little things. Like, nading the bush to, like, get that kill on that person makes sense, but, like, he accidentally naded himself and then lost his cloud because of it, and, like, he doesn't seem to realize his cloud fell in the hole there. I feel like this player is, like, most likely nervous because it's endgame, and I feel like that is something that, like, a lot of people struggle with. Like, when it gets to endgame, they're just nervous and scared, and so they make bad decisions. And personally, I feel like the only way you can deal with that is just by playing the game more, getting those reps in, getting more experience endgame, and just, like, being okay with failing to an extent. It's not really something that I've had a problem with much, but I've always been able to win in this game, so I think that's part of it. But for a lot of people who don't win as much, it gets really sketchy endgame, and they start panicking. That was smart play backing off there. He wasn't going to be able to close the gap in that time. But yeah, if you are someone who gets nervous, just try not to think about it or stress about it too much. If you win, you win. If you lose, you lose. Just take every game or every experience as a, like, opportunity to get better. And I feel like that'll help in the long run. Like I said, it's not really something I've struggled with myself, but I feel like for most people, it's just like, because they're not as familiar with the game. So he's actually in, like, a decent... this is actually going to be a struggle. So, like, he has no cover going into zone here. He has that player that's going to hold him. And they also had somebody, like, on this mountain over here. If he had a cloud, he'd be nice. But he never would have gotten here if he used the cloud instead of the rift to go. Personally, I think with the auto shotty, you don't need the SMG. So he could have like dropped his SMG for like the rift to go earlier and had both the cloud and the rift. That's like, yeah, so he has no mobility to get away from this, so he might die. Able to get away. If there's a car at that gas station, he probably wants to use it. He's going to try to flank this player. And if he gets this kill, that could be good, but it can also be unfortunate because they probably get third-partied. Okay, this is best case scenario. I was going to say they probably get third-partied by the rest of zone because they're just like really wide open to that. There wasn't much cover. The only thing was the bush that player just destroyed. But like the dropping down on the side of this hill and fighting to where the rest of the lobby can't third party them was actually so good for both players. Whether you win or lose that fight, it's better to fight in a spot where you're not going to get third partied, you know? Like it just makes the game better for whoever's going to win that fight. But he took a little bit too much time looting and ends up dying. Unfortunate. And the only thing I can really say there is just like maybe be more aware of what like weapons you like to use. I don't know. I don't worry about looting too much. People always leave comments on my video. You missed this weapon here. You missed that weapon there. I don't think loot rarity matters too much. It's usually +1 damage or so per rarity increase. Shotguns are the only thing I feel like it really matters with because the shotguns get more damage increase per rarity than the other weapons do. And shotguns are already just like naturally inconsistent weapons. So AR rarity I feel like doesn't matter. It rarely changes the shots to kill. Shotgun rarity can matter a bunch, but like no weapon rarity is worth dying over. You know, if you die to get a better rarity weapon, you're just not in that game anymore. This is, are you for real? I say drop the SMG. Drop the SMG for the big pot, take the cloud, go, and then you can use the big. Or he could have threw the big pot. A lot of people don't know this, but with a lot of the healing items, if you hit your ADS button while you have it out, it allows you to like throw it. So he could have threw the big pot over to here and then drank it over here rather than trying to drink it out in the open, but personally, I would have just dropped the SMG. I feel like the SMG is the most expendable weapon in this loadout, especially because you have a hammer AR, which is like kind of more of an SMG AR hybrid than something like the AUG, and you're using an auto shotty anyways, so you don't need the SMG. This player's using the Ranger AR? They're really weak. They're gonna die. Unfortunate. Mythic hammer, purple auto, 2 rift to goes, a cloud, chug splashes. This player is set to win the game, I think. It's a 1v1v1. He doesn't have the most range because he's limited to a hammer AR, but if the other people do fight, he can just cloud onto it very easily. It seems like they're about to fight. He should rift right now, I think, or cloud, but he needs to start getting ready to third party this fight, I think. It looks like that player was pushing another player. Yeah, they're fighting. You want to be, if you're in a 1v1v1 and the other people are fighting, that is like best case scenario for you. He wants to, this is kind of sketch. I would land on these trees and try to fire that guy. It seems like this guy took enough damage though because he's using minis. He should win this fight. GG's. Okay, that player was drinking minis. And if that's the case, it means they have less than 50 shield. You can only drink minis up to 50 shield. And this player actually has 250 crowns. Nice. That is going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys found this helpful, informative. Like I said at the start of the video, let me know what you want to see from now until the end of the season. If there's any like more opinionated videos you want to see me talk about or just anything you want to see me cover, let me know. It's always weird to make content towards the end of the season, but if you guys did find this helpful or informative, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.